XRP lawyer claims SEC overall approach is to kill crypto. Regular crypto, yes. But the SEC, but not the bank coins. The bank coins aren't going anywhere. They don't have enough power. We're already involved with multiple banks. Those banks aren't allowing anybody to get in their way. That's not going to happen. But the regular crypto that didn't come to support XRP, that never cared, that never thought they were going to be touched, yeah, they're being affected heavily, and will continue to be affected heavily. What can you do about that? They had all the time in the world to band together and fight, but they chose not to. Maybe out of arrogance, maybe out of ignorance. I don't know. I don't proclaim to know. I just know the result. They're under attack now, and they're going to be under attack. We've said for a long time in the bank coin community that 99% of crypto, the regular crypto, will go away with regulatory clarity. There's an aspect of all of this where the SEC is but a symptom. It's one piece. It's one piece. One head on a hydra. A hydra that's seeking to break down Western society, the people in Western society. Simple as that. That's why they keep the people fighting each other all the time. They make sure you fight. They don't fight each other. All those fake politicians who barely work to get a paycheck. They're terrible. Have you listened to some of them speak? They're so ignorant. Where did they get an education? But that's irrelevant. Let's move on from that. They keep the people fighting, but they themselves sit in dinners together with no problems at all. Only to later appear on TV again and go at it like dogs. It's all a facade. It's all fake. But the people, some of them, not all, some of the people go for that. And they take on that energy. Be careful of the energy that's coming to you through these screens. Be careful of the energy that's coming to you through your music. Be careful of the energy that's coming to you through what you read. Because you absorb that. And if you absorb enough of it, it starts to come out of you. And so those individuals who follow those fake politicians, fake leaders, they begin to embody that. And they are heavily distracted in battling each other and never see the entirety of the time that their society is being broken down for a reason. West does not want their people educated enough to stand up against them. Their educational systems have been allowed to become absolutely terrible. They're so curated, only teaching people what you need to know to go work somewhere. That's it. A different form of slavery. Never teaching people how to really manage their finances, how to build a business for yourself. Encourage the youth to be engineers and scientists, and they don't push you for that. No, if you just happen into that, you just happen into that. Maybe you had a good family. No. They like to roll people out of the school system like it's an assembly line, one carbon copy after another. And then inundate them. Make sure when they're not working to inundate them with negativity and everything that they touch to break them down. But something happened. Something happened. I don't know when. They don't know when. No one knows where it started. Something happened. People on the ground level. I've seen it myself. I've been there. People that are not televised. People that are not superstars. People that are not spoken about. They started to teach each other wisdom. They started to band together. They started to treat each other with respect and love. This was happening everywhere. I'm telling you. And if you notice, there was a certain point where the ignorance that was put out there by the powers, it ramped up a notch to bring about, hopefully, enough chaos to disrupt what the people on the ground were doing. They were continuing their education far, far beyond what anyone expected, building themselves up. Those powers didn't like that. It has continued. The people have grown more powerful, but it's been kept quiet. The people have begun to love each other again and heal. They don't want anybody to know about that. Don't put that on the news. No, because more people might start to heal. And then the people get stronger. And then when they get stronger, maybe they won't tolerate the ignorance so much anymore. Maybe they hold the politicians and the corrupt ones accountable. No, you can't have that. That's why you see them in a panic now. They see that the people have grown strong. The ones that aren't spoken about, the ones that the media will never show you. You're not going to see them on TikTok. You're not going to see them on Instagram. The people are there. They speak eloquently, or maybe they don't. But they have respect, honor, nobility, power, strength. They don't break. They don't back down from anyone. They have a light that only a select few are able to see. There was an old saying. Was it like the meek shall inherit the earth? The meek? Interesting. Interesting. So yes, the SEC is but a symptom. One head on the Hydra. The Hydra is injured. It is the people's time now. If you feel that humanity has lost, that is but an opinion. All of our experiences are different. I can respect yours. But there are those I have witnessed. I've been there shoulder to shoulder. I've built with them. Worked hard to spread wisdom with them. Stood back to back as we fought for good causes with them to spread the wisdom and freedom. To help the elderly where needed and to raise the youth to have respect. I've been there with the people. I saw that they exist, and therefore there is still hope. Therefore, the good can still win this battle. It's not over. Battle has only begun. Down with the SEC. Down with all corrupt bodies. May they be held accountable. That's how I feel. Let's go here to another article. Dozens of millions of XRP moved by Ripple. Now that sounds good until you see the dash and it says, is crypto giant dumping? That has a negative connotation to me. Why did you have to put that negativity on there? You know that we take dumping as a negative type of thing, but when it comes to Ripple, the less XRP they have, the better. For this case, the systems are already in place. There is no negative at this point. XRP will be used. Hundreds upon hundreds of banks waiting at the gates for the gates to open. And they begin to use XRP on demand liquidity. They've been drooling over themselves to use it, to devour large swaths of XRP. You've seen it. You've seen them testing it. You've read about the banks. You've heard them praise Ripple's name. Who else have they done that with? They don't even do that with Quant, and Quant working with a ton of banks. But they praise Ripple's name. The protocol XRP is at the crux of the XRPL. It must be used, and it cannot be two prices. David Schwartz already told you that. I like to reiterate that. So many people believe XRP is going to be two different prices, but David Schwartz said it can't be two prices. And once that left his mouth, that means it's true. He doesn't want a legal problem. That means it's true. So Ripple has made many good moves. We will keep an eye on them, and I believe they will continue to do well. They've been thrashing the SEC. The C stands for corruption. They've been thrashing allegedly. They have been thrashing the SEC so far. They've been doing a great job. Just like the people have been doing a great job. They've been researching. They've been growing. They've been exercising. They've been taking their vitamins. They have been growing. They are the hope. Humanity hasn't lost. I can respect your opinion. Somebody commented that. I can respect your opinion. But humanity hasn't lost. The people out there, these ones on the channel, the ones in the comment section, who I show love to and they show me love. They are proof that humanity has hope, that the strong exist. They are proof that for all the tears shed, all the people lost along the way of the hard battle of making things better, that it was not in vain. These people here on this channel are the hope. They are the strength. They are the life. They are the power. They are the proof. They give old lions like myself the energy to continue to fight. It's not just here on this channel, making phone calls, appearing in meetings that will never be seen, that will never be heard. But we put in the work because it's necessary. We're not here to be seen. That work is not to be seen. That work is to serve a purpose. The people here, like on this channel, are the ones who give us strength to do that. And there's many more out there on the ground level. So, they are also proof that the future is bright. That generational wealth, if it comes, there's no guarantees, this is not financial advice, but generational wealth, if it comes, is in good hands. I dare say great hands. These individuals here on this channel are builders. They're proof. Look in the comment section. Some of them have Twitters. Read their Twitter pages. They're strong. They question everything. They're not bound. They don't bend the knee. They reject false authority. They're proof. They're the proof, if you ever needed any. Let's continue on to this article here. This is from Danelle Dixon. It says, always great to catch up with Scaramucci. Get to know him, his lessons as an entrepreneur, and why he remains committed to crypto and blockchain regardless of the current distractions. No, I'm not going to get to know Scaramucci. No. But I will say, Danelle and the rest of the world, you should get to know all of these good people that have supported blockchains like yours. You should get to know them. You should get to know the Infinity Warriors, the Voltaire, the Vultures. You should get to know the Love Life 22s, the Akareco Co's, the Blockchain 663s. You should get to know them. They are the salt of the earth. They are the ones that built everything. They're the ones that make you who you are. They're the ones who bought XRP, XLM, and all that you liquidate the fun things. Get to know them. That's who I get to know. That's who I get to know, not Scaramucci. So many others, so many different names of the great ones here, the Asties, great ones, strong, tough lions. They will live forever here through this channel. May they have the glory. May they receive the love. But I would rather get to know them. No disrespect to Scaramucci. No disrespect. So then we have this tweet here from Velo. And it says, we completely agree with you and are ensuring to take a lot of the learnings on how to avoid any doubt into consideration for what we'll be launching next year. So they have something coming out. An exchange, I would think, because it was in relation to this tweet here. Take advantage of what FTX couldn't do. Take advantage. And so then Velo replied to this individual, Joshua D, with this particular tweet saying that they'll be launching something next year. Maybe it's an exchange. It doesn't even matter to me. They're built on Stellar. Anything that brings more congestion to Stellar, I'm all for it. more congestion, more XLM used for transaction fees. Every wallet built on Stellar must hold a modicum of lumens. So until they change things or tell me different, I'm going to think that this is something good for the Stellar blockchain. That's my only interest at all in Velo. I don't care about their Velo tokens, none of that, aside from the possibility that it can bring more congestion to the Stellar blockchain. And maybe in the future, all of these different companies, I think there will be an explosion of building on Stellar once there's regulatory clarity, all of those different companies building on Stellar, bringing congestion to the chain. So especially with the advent of any games that are placed on Stellar that actually utilize Stellar or reward people with XLM, things like that. So that's my only interest in it, but this will be interesting. I'll keep my eye on it for sure. Let's continue on here. So then Algorand made this retweet. It was from Nimble at Ensure Nimble. And it says, it's been another great week in the Algorand ecosystem. Here's the recap. Algorand selected for Italian banking guarantees. MetaMask for Algorand code complete. Bitpanda Algorand integration. Nimble #testnet live on Algorand. Look how much has happened in only 1 week. This is a light week for Algorand. Light. I've been happy up so far with everything that they have done. They've shown their people love. The community, I mean, they've shown their community love. They communicate great. Absolutely great. They're dominating in every possible way. With banks, as you see, Bank of Italy. Traceability, medical industry, music, gaming, you name it, Algorand's dominating with ease, by the way. With ease, by the way. I love everything they're doing. And I actually really enjoy being a holder of algo. I really do. And you don't have to buy any algo. You could buy it, sell it. It doesn't matter. This is not financial advice. I'm not that channel. Don't ever think I am, or I want you to do this or that. No, I want you to be free. Breathe and be free. Fly, make your own decisions, and be content with that. I'm only sharing my opinion. I have no interest in what you buy or sell. None. Okay? I'm here for the bank's money. I want to always make that clear, because there's always a few people that feel different, because they've been scarred by so many other channels that do. I see it sometimes. I see it. Buy now, or, do this. And, they're trying to move you this way or that. But that's not this channel. That's not me. I don't have anything to do with that. All right. All right. So now let's continue on here. So when we have this tweet here, this is from Quant, and it says, money is evolving, says Gilbert Verdian. We're going from something very binary to something very intelligent. Wait a minute. Look at the wording. Intelligent. He says something very binary to something very intelligent. There's a reason he used that wording. Why? What is he's really trying to say? He's trying to say the current system is trash. The current system is barbaric. Let's substitute the word ignorant for binary, right? He's trying to be nice. We're going from something that is very ignorant to something very intelligent. Doesn't that make more sense? But as I said, he's trying to be nice. But if this type of brilliant individual is calling the current system ignorant, and you heard me saying that the current system has been ignorant, barbaric, archaic for the longest time, if everyone who is intelligent is saying the same thing, I would think that there might be a little semblance of truth in that. The old system is going down. It cannot continue. You can't have this old antiquated system as people move forward into the future and utilize more advanced technologies and become more advanced, hopefully, in their thinking. And I know it's not everyone, but some people paint everyone with the brush of ignorance also. Just because the intelligent people, which there's millions upon millions, billions possibly on earth, intelligent people, they're not televised. They're not going to be in your movies. They're not going to be on your TikTok. They're not going to be promoted on YouTube, because the mainstream does not want the people to be that, because you can't control intelligent people. But that doesn't mean they don't exist. They do exist. They're here on this channel. They're on many other channels. They're in the communities. But intelligent people tend to keep to themselves. They're quiet. They're not the ignorant ones that are going to be televised. They're not the ignorant ones that are drawing attention to themselves. Quite the contrary. They're focused on different things that they're trying to accomplish. So they're going to come and go. They're transitory. They're going to come and go. They don't have any time to waste. So, you know, they seem to be a rarity, but they exist. The old system is done for. The people, many people, are moving forward in wisdom. They're advancing. The system must advance. It's bleeding out as we speak anyway. It's over for that old system. It cannot continue on the way that it is. That's why they're integrating with the new financial system, because that old system is going to collapse sooner or later, probably sooner rather than later. And the West knows it. That's why they're making movements that would seem that they're adding to the collapse, but they're poking every outside entity, daring them to collapse it, while they're not defending themselves at all. Think about that for a minute. Take a look at everything that's going on. The West is not defending themselves, really. Not the systems. Only the elites are making sure that they are insulated. Everything else is fair game, while they poke everybody else and dare their enemies to take any action. And if those enemies decided to take action in any possible way, oh, the infrastructures will be hurt. That system will come crashing down easily. So even the West, in my humble opinion, the West leaders know that. They want to collapse so they can bring in the solution. They cause the problem and give you the solution. It's always been that way. They just mask it. They just need a fall guy, somebody else to blame it on. It's always that way. Anybody with eyes and just a modicum of wisdom can see that. But that's what I believe Gilbert Verdian is trying to say. Like, the old system is ignorant and it's time for it to be done away with. We have the answer. And if Quant is the answer, then Quant will be one of the most explosive coins that anyone has ever seen before. Ever. Because of its circulating supply and its utility. It has to be, when you're utilizing overledger, Quant is used for everything. Constantly. There you have it. Let's go over here. All right. So, moving right along to a little bit of Hedera news. And it says here, hashtag Hedera is ready to bring Web3 to the forefront of the conversation at Davos 2023. When you hear Davos, you have to think World Economic Forum. We scroll down here and we see it's Davos, World Economic Forum 2023, January 15th to 20th. Now, I have to say that because there's a lot of other panels and get-togethers that they try to say, this is a Davos. No, there's one Davos. There's one Davos, okay? And that's the World Economic Forum's Davos. And Hedera has this post here. Join us at the carbon negative Hedera house. Hedera is about to take Davos by storm. It says here, find us at the carbon negative Hedera house, joined by and featuring live demonstrations from governing council members at Avery Dennison, at DLA Piper, at ServiceNow, at SB Group. Woo, they're showing out. They're showing out. You see how many banks Hedera is involved with? Did you see that? Don't worry, I'm trying to put together this this members only video. It hasn't come out right. You know, I was sick the last few days and I was trying to record it then, but it just wouldn't come out. I was coughing and stuff. So I have to refilm it and then I'm going to put it out. But yeah, listen, you could do your own research, but if you see how many banks they're involved with, and that's just the beginning. Anyway, I'm looking forward to the different connections they may make at Davos, seeing who else is going to be there, hearing what they have to say. Hedera is ready to have an explosive 2023, and I'm here for it. I'm in deep on all the bank coins. It doesn't matter which ones go off. I'm going to win. A lot of people are going to win, right? I like that. I like diversity when it comes to the bank coins, at least, right? So this article here is titled 4 Legislative Predictions for Crypto in 2023. Says we may not see much from Congress. Let me stop right there. Why are the people not holding Congress that they voted in? Who voted for these people? Did anybody? Maybe I shouldn't ask that. Who voted for these people? Hold them accountable. They're supposed to work for you. They're passing bills like this thick, giving people only a few minutes to read through it before you got to decide if you want to vote for it or not. Says 2023 is the year that crypto users wake up to the need for privacy. A Cambrian explosion is coming in crypto privacy as the government's surveillance efforts pick up steam. Crypto privacy in the United States is under sustained assault. We may have dodged the bullet of know your customer laws applied to private wallets. Private wallets. For now, but we still face massive threats to privacy. For example, the Treasury Department this year sanctioned the only functional tool on Ethereum for complete privacy, Tornado Cash. The people don't like that. What are they doing about it? How are they holding these people accountable? Don't let them wear you out at the job, only to then not have enough energy to stand up for yourself later. The people have to stand up and hold these people accountable some way. I don't know how, man. I mean, it's just a terrible thing that certain terms go for a long period of time, because some of these people need to be voted out. If you don't do what's best for the people, then you should be voted out immediately. That's how I feel. But as I've said many times, if the United States continues to be completely ignorant when it comes to crypto, I expect a massive crypto exodus. It's already happening without there being a mass crypto exodus. There's just an exodus out of the United States of people going to a lot of different places. Simple as that. It's called being a digital nomad. And even beyond that, people are just starting up businesses in different places all around the world. They're leaving the West so they can have some peace, so they can build. I just anticipate more of that's going to be happening. Nobody wants a draconian system over them who's telling you what to do, what you think, what you can feel, where you can go. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Meanwhile, the people at the top are absolutely free. Who wants that? Come on, stop. So, yeah, I mean, if they want to be ignorant, the people that can, I anticipate a lot of those people will leave the United States. But we'll see what happens. The new financial system is there. And I think a lot will happen once generational wealth comes. People will be making different movements to change the system, to change the world. The world is going to change nevertheless. Change is the only constant. And we see that happening right now. And we'll keep an eye on what's going on with the BRICS nations as well. So let's continue on here. Little oil news. Oil prices settle higher on weak dollar. Worries U.S. winter storm could cut travel. It says oil prices ended higher on Tuesday in a volatile session as a worsening outlook for a major U.S. winter storm sparked fears that millions of Americans might curb travel plans during the holiday season. Okay, all right. Brent crude futures settled up 19 cents or 0.2% to $79 a barrel. $79.99 to be exact, per barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate WTI crude futures settled 90 cents at $76.09 per barrel. Oil prices were buoyed by a softer dollar and a U.S. plan to restock petroleum reserves, but gains were capped by uncertainty over the impact of rising redacted cases in China. A weaker dollar has also supported prices, making oil cheaper for those holding other currencies. The Midwest and Great Lakes region could see a major blizzard happening on Thursday. Okay, heating oil futures. Okay, it's in relation to that. Heating oil futures have fallen more than 4% since the start of the week to $3.03 per gallon on Tuesday. Quote, the storm could majorly affect travel this holiday season. I'm not. Well, like, why would you include that quote there? It's unnecessary, in my opinion. We just want to know about the futures prices. I guess it adds like a bit of drama that I guess I'm supposed to be concerned or care about what that other person is saying about a storm. I suppose. Nearly 2 weeks after it says prices also fell on news that TC Energy Corp submitted its plan to restart the Keystone Pipeline to U.S. regulators. A source familiar with the matter said nearly 2 weeks after 622,000 barrels per day pipeline ruptured in the worst oil spill in the United States in 9 years. Yeah, we heard about that. But there's been a lot of suspicious activities going on. You know, that power grid that they said, I think that's what they said, that it was attacked. And one of those states has shut down a power grid, and you have food places. Another one, I think recently, another food place was on fire. Hey, this is what they're reporting, okay? That's been happening a lot the last 2 years. I mean, that's suspicious activity if you ask me. But according to the politicians in the United States, that's nothing. That's no problem, I guess. Let's go here to a little bit of gold news, right? Gold price forecast. Do a little gold news because gold make me happy. Gold makes me happy. XAU/USD bulls again turn to bullion after CPI numbers emerge. You don't say. You don't think they will want a piece of that north of 2,000 price that it might hit? You don't think they might want a piece of that, do you? Gold edged higher to come in the future, possibly, not guaranteed, not financial advice either, okay? Gold edged higher following consumer price index CPI data and is now trading above $1,800 level. Economists at Societe Generale report gold rises after November CPI prints. U.S. inflation data for November were released at the very end of the week, with core CPI printing 6% year over year compared to analyst forecast of 6.1%. This was particularly supportive for gold since it was thought that it would further convince the Fed to slow the pace of tightening during its 13 to 14 December FOMC meeting. Quote, although lower inflation would typically be bearish for gold, the bullion has been supported recently by the prospect of the Fed slowing interest rate increases. Because gold is a non-interest generating asset, a lower peak interest rate is bullish for the bullion. All right, so, you know, I'm always bullish on gold. Of course, you want to get in at a low, but it's very simple, man. Look, when the dollar is strong, everything is crushed. When the dollar is weak, everything goes up. Pretty simple, right? And I mean, you can keep your eyes and ears open, so to speak, for a major catalyst. But I think like that's more for, let's say, like silver, right? Like I said before, when something like silver that's being constantly used, that can have a dramatic effect on its price in the future. Like I said, solar panels, silver. They're pushing that everywhere. Imagine when you have to use a ton of silver, it's in rare supply, and you're holding on a little bit of silver. You don't think that them using silver in all of these different solar panels because it's a good conductor of energy, like, that would affect the price? The electric vehicles that they're trying to push on all these people out here, silver's used in them. Like I said, it's a good conductor, energy conductor. At least I believe that's what I read. You don't think it'll affect the price of silver when tons and tons more electric vehicles, if they hit the road and they have to use silver in their battery parts and other parts of the car to move the energy back and forth? Especially if they start using more of those regenerative parts where it sends a part of the energy back into the battery, something like that. I don't know. You don't think that'd affect the price? I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe not. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll see. But I think that those type of catalysts affect something like that more, right? Just my humble opinion. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, let's get to the Monday.